And breaking news here on CBC News Network, it revolves around the growing diplomatic rift between Canada and China over the arrest of Huawei executive Meng Wanzhou. Beijing has warned of serious consequences if she is not released from a Vancouver jail. Now there are reports that a former Canadian diplomat is being detained in China. It's not clear if the events are related, but there have been growing concerns about reprisals. The CBC's Asia correspondent, Sasha Petrusik, is tracking the story in Beijing and joins me now. So, Sasha, what are you hearing there?
Well, there isn't a lot of information right now. It's the middle of the night in Beijing. We have heard that Michael KOVRIG, who is a former Canadian diplomat here in Beijing, he also served in Hong Kong and with the United Nations. But most recently, he went to work for a think tank called the International Crisis Group. And that organization is saying that they have also heard reports that one of theirs, Michael KOVRIG, was detained by Chinese authorities, and they're trying to get more information. They're also trying to get him released if, in fact, he has been detained. But at the moment, there's a lot of questions and not a lot of answers. The Chinese government has not issued any kind of statement here. The Chinese embassy in Ottawa has been saying that they've heard the reports too, but they have no information. And the Canadian government so far has also not confirmed this. So, as I say, a lot of questions. But the key question is, one of them, whether this is in fact related to the arrest of the Huawei executive Meng in Vancouver and her extradition hearings, which are going on now, and just a few days ago, the Chinese government called in the Canadian ambassador, John McCallum, and basically said that they were irate about all of this and that there would be severe consequences if, in fact, Ms. Meng was not released from prison in Canada. So this could be one of those consequences, but at this point, we're not sure.
And so, Sasha, just finally, more generally, how is this overall story between China and Canada playing out?
Well, you know, it looks as though China has chosen to take a hard line with Canada instead of taking a hard line with the United States over this issue. It's the United States that issued the request for the arrest in Vancouver. You'd think that China would be going after the United States because it disagrees with the reasons why the United States has asked for her arrest. But there's bigger fish going on here right now, bigger negotiations between China and the United States over trade, and it looks as though China doesn't want to upset those negotiations, so instead it's showing its displeasure by at least making demands and insults against Canada, and possibly by arresting Canadians.
Sasha, thank you. That is the CBC's Sasha Petrusik live in Beijing.